The one that's presented to us is not history. It's all lies.
Well, it's not all lies.
All of it.
There's some lies.
I found that too.
Lost civilization in Grand Canyon was, wait, Egyptian?
The Grand Canyon is not just a natural wonder of the world. It's a discovery so profound it continues to send ripples throughout the scientific community up to this day. And recently, there's been some groundbreaking updates that have been caught in the whirlwind of political discourse. And who's at the heart of the story? None other than Vivek Ramaswamy. The Grand Canyon was carved by the Colorado River over millions of years. This iconic landmark has told us a lot about the story of the Earth's history. Geologists are fascinated by the visible layers of red rock that hold secrets that go back 2 billion years of the Earth's past. These layers, also known as geological epochs, tell us of past oceans, dry lands, and volcanic eruptions that have influenced the area for generations. So it's no surprise that every now and then they stumble upon something new that the world has never seen before. When the latest findings in the Grand Canyon were announced, Vivek Ramaswamy caught the attention for his 2 cents on the importance of these discoveries and what they could mean for the future of one of America's most cherished natural treasures. One of the most striking discoveries has been the unearthing of 313 million-year-old fossil footprints, revealed after a cliff collapse within the Grand Canyon National Park. These footprints were among the oldest of their kind found to date, offering a unique glimpse into the past and the creatures that once roamed this majestic landscape. This finding tells us of the canyon's importance as a natural archive, preserving evidence of life from eras long gone. In addition to the paleontological finds, geologists have been looking into the Grand Canyon's mysterious gaps in time, known as the Great Unconformity. This basically means that there are 1.2 billion years of rock records that are missing because of erosion or lack of deposition. Another significant area of research focuses on the Grand Canyon's role in understanding climate change. Scientists have been investigating the ancient past of the canyon to predict future climate impacts. A study highlighted the importance of groundwater recharge rates and how they could be affected by ongoing climate change. This research is critical for understanding how natural resources such as water will be impacting in regions like the Grand Canyon as the planet continues to warm up. So you see, the Grand Canyon is known not only for its breathtaking beauty, but also for the stories it holds within its layers. As we uncover more about this natural wonder, we're reminded of the Earth's vast history and the ongoing need to protect and study such irreplaceable natural resources. These discoveries not only enrich our understanding of the world, but also highlight the importance of scientific inquiry and the exploration and uncovering the truths of our planet's past. But this story isn't just about the wonders hidden beneath layers of rock and time. It's also about the here and now, the politics of preservation that surround this iconic landmark, because the history of the landmark itself is not without controversy. The recent designation of the Grand Canyon as a new national monument by the Biden administration marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over land use, conservation, and the role of government in protecting our natural heritage. While this move has been hailed by many as a critical step in safeguarding the canyon's thousands of cultural and historic sites, it has also ignited a firestorm of controversy. For instance, President Joe Biden announced the designation of nearly 1 million acres of land surrounding the Grand Canyon National Park as a new national monument. This decision, aimed at conservation, was articulated by Biden, who said,
"So today I'm proud to use my authority under the Antiquities Act to protect almost 1 million acres of public land around Grand Canyon National Park as a new national monument." Help right the wrongs of the past and conserve this land of ancestral footprints for all future generations.
While the intention to preserve natural beauty for future generations is commendable, this action raises a lot of questions and concerns about its implications, especially coming from an economic and regulatory perspective. President Biden claims his decision reflects a broader environmental agenda that prioritizes the conservation of natural landscapes and ecosystems. By blocking potential mining operations, including uranium mining, the administration aims to prevent the exploitation of these lands. However, opportunists and critics think we're missing out on making money and using our resources in a smart way that could actually help the country. The use of the Antiquities Act to designate this land as a national monument has been a point of contention. People are voicing their concerns about executive power and the bypassing of legislative processes. Critics say that we need a balanced approach that takes economic growth, energy freedom, and protecting the environment all into account. These critics feel that Biden had made a shotgun decision without thinking. The designation also got people debating over land use and its impact on local economies. Supporters of the designation argue that it protects one of the country's most iconic natural wonders from the adverse effects of mining and other industrial activities. However, opponents point out that such restrictions could even hinder economic growth, particularly in regions that rely on mining and resource extraction for employment and revenue. The debate has even gone beyond environmental conservation to questions about the best way to manage America's natural resources. Critics are now calling for policies that allow for sustainable development and the utilization of natural resources. They believe that it is possible to balance conservation efforts with economic needs. The decision to make almost 1 million acres around the Grand Canyon a national monument shows that business concerns and environmental goals are still at odds with each other. This case shows how hard it is to manage natural resources, find a balance between protecting them and growing the economy, and understanding the role of government in these processes. While the intention behind President Biden's decision is to preserve natural beauty for future generations, others believe that we must consider the means to achieve this goal and the people, the communities who will be affected by it. The conversation must consider the voices of all stakeholders, including those who live in and around these areas, to find solutions that are both environmentally sustainable and economically viable. In fact, the Arizona Republicans, in response to the monumental designation, have launched a lawsuit against the Biden administration. This legal challenge shows a broader conflict over land rights, federal authority, and the need for balance between preserving natural beauty and accommodating the needs and rights of local communities. One of the main concerns is the economic implications of curtailing mining activities. Arizona Republicans contend that mining is a vital part of the state's economy, providing jobs and contributing to local and state revenue. The limitation on mining imposed by the National Monument designation is seen as a direct threat to these economic benefits. Critics of the monument designation argue that sustainable mining practices could coexist with conservation efforts, thus allowing for the utilization of Arizona's rich mineral resources without compromising the Grand Canyon's natural beauty. Throughout history, courts have played a significant role in dealing with disputes over national monument designations, and they often rule in favor of maintaining the monument as established. So we can expect this lawsuit to face an uphill battle. And this is also a reminder of how important it is to involve the judiciary when it comes to mediating conflicts between federal authority and state rights, especially in matters concerning land use and conservation. The lawsuit has also highlighted the political dynamics at play, with Arizona's Governor Katie Hobbs expressing support for the monument designation. The support from the state's highest office tells us that there is a divide among Arizona's political leaders over how best to manage the state's natural and economic resources. Governor Hobbs' stance reflects a broader trend of Democratic leaders prioritizing environmental conservation over certain types of economic development, particularly those that could pose a risk to natural landmarks like the Grand Canyon. This is more than just a legal battle. As this lawsuit progresses, it will undoubtedly continue to spark debate over how America's natural treasures should be managed and preserved for future generations. The outcome could have lasting implications for the balance between protecting the environment and fostering economic growth, not just in Arizona, but across the nation, because all of America is watching. And amidst the backdrop of national debate and significant policy discussions, Vivek has once again captured the public's attention. With an eye on the unfolding narrative surrounding environmental conservation and political accountability, Vivek has shared a bold perspective on the future of political leadership in the U.S. particularly focusing on how this could affect President Joe Biden's candidacy for re-election. In light of this issue, Vivek said that President Biden, quote, will not be the Democratic nominee, pointing specifically to the special counsel's report as a pivotal element that undermines the case for Biden's continued pursuit of the presidency. Vivek believes that this decision has put Biden in a bad light, and that now people are starting to question his credibility. However, it appears that only conservatives are questioning his credibility, but this is not something new. Vivek referenced the special counsel's report, which is said to contain findings or conclusions that cast doubt on the advisability of President Biden's candidacy for a future term. The report being discussed is important for public debate and legal review, showing how closely people examine the actions of current presidents and those running for office. Vivek's comments point out worries about whether these leaders are truly honest and trustworthy. Although notably, Vivek Ramaswamy did not bring up another special counsel report that exposed the dubious and unethical actions of former President Donald Trump when he tied military aid to Ukraine with opening a fake investigation into his political opponents. The Grand Canyon story is unfolding at a moment when America is grappling with questions of preservation, access, and stewardship of its natural resources. The recent discoveries at the Grand Canyon not only add layers to our understanding of this iconic landscape, but also add to the ongoing dialogue about what it means to protect and cherish such places. As scientists continue to uncover the canyon's secrets and as policymakers debate the best paths forward, the conversation is enriched by voices like President Biden, voices that challenge us to think deeply about our relationship with the natural world and our responsibilities to future generations. What this moment at the Grand Canyon signifies is a confluence of history, science, and policy, a reminder that our most treasured landscapes are not just backdrops to our lives, but active participants in our national narrative. They are places of discovery and wonder, arenas for debate and decision-making, and testaments to the ongoing story of America itself. The Grand Canyon, with its deep gorges, soaring peaks, and hidden histories, continues to be a source of inspiration and contemplation, a reminder of the enduring beauty of our natural world and the complex, often contentious efforts to protect it against the desires to strip mine it. As the debate of the Grand Canyon's future unfolds, Vivek's insights bring to the forefront the intricate dance between preserving our planet's natural wonders and harnessing its resources for human benefit. His commentary and that of others underscores the necessity for a nuanced approach to environmental policy, one that equally values scientific discovery, economic prosperity, and the preservation of natural beauty. Vivek advocates for policies that foster innovation and sustainable resource management, ensuring that America's natural treasures like the Grand Canyon are protected for generations to come, while also supporting the nation's economic needs. This stance challenges policymakers to think creatively about conservation and resource utilization, encouraging a synergy that benefits both the environment and the economy. Vivek's call to action is clear. It's time for a new era of political leadership that is informed by scientific understanding, respects the value of natural heritage, and is committed to the sustainable development of our resources. As we navigate the complexities of environmental conservation and economic development, the Grand Canyon remains a symbol of the delicate balance we strive to achieve. Its layers tell a story not just of geological epics, but of the ongoing human endeavor to harmonize our existence with the natural world. Our engagement with this issue highlights the importance of informed, thoughtful leadership in guiding us towards a future where both our planet and its people can thrive. As the conversation around the Grand Canyon and its new status as a national monument continues, it serves as a poignant reminder of the broader challenges facing our society. The intersection of science, politics, and conservation ethics presents an opportunity for meaningful dialogue and action, with well-informed voices contributing to the discussion. The hope is that such dialogue will lead to policies that are as grand as the enduring canyon itself. Be sure to let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more.